If you ever find yourself admiring Arthur Morgan, even though he's not exactly the kind of hero we're used to, he's not a clean-cut savior, he doesn't fight for justice or stand on some moral high ground. Arthur kills, he threatens people, he beats strangers for a few bucks, and at one point he even admits,
"But I'm not a good man, Jimmy Brooks. Not usually. You see, I was in Blackwater. I killed people. And maybe I should have killed you. Should I have killed you, Jimmy Brooks?"
So why do we care about him so much? Why do we feel something for a man who, by most standards, should be the villain? Well, that's the genius of Rockstar. They didn't give us a perfect hero. They gave us something better, a deeply human character. Arthur Morgan is complex, flawed, and real. And in this video, we'll break down the 5 core aspects that make him one of the greatest protagonists in gaming history. Growing up, most of us were fed the same kind of hero, the flawless good guy. TV shows, cartoons, even games showed us protagonists with pure intentions, always doing the right thing. And honestly, that's fine when you're a kid. But then life happens. You grow up and realize people like that don't really exist. Nobody's perfect, everyone makes mistakes, everyone has flaws. That's why Arthur Morgan feels different. He's not the chosen one, he's not some savior. He's just a man, doing whatever it takes to survive in a world that's falling apart around him. Sometimes that means doing bad things. Sometimes it means questioning who he's becoming. And that raw realism, that's what makes him feel real. Not a legend, not a myth, just a human being. And that's what makes players connect with him so deeply. Arthur Morgan isn't easy to define, and that's exactly the point. He's not fully good, and he's not entirely bad. He exists in the gray area between the two. Throughout your journey, you'll help people, save lives, show kindness, and they'll often tell Arthur, "You're a good man." But Arthur, he doesn't believe it. He's an outlaw. He killed, robbed, and hurt people, and he carries the weight of those actions every single day. He's trying to change. He wants to be better, not to be a hero, but just to find peace. It's in the name, Red Dead Redemption, so naturally we expect some form of redemption. But with Arthur Morgan, it's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet, gradual, personal. This is where Arthur starts to change. Something clicks in him, a kind of awakening. Maybe it's the people he meets. Maybe it's the ticking clock on his own life. But from this point on, we see him differently. He begins to show compassion. He listens more. He helps people, not because he has to, but because he wants to. You'll notice it in the way he talks, in the way he treats others, even in the choices you're given as a player. And let's be honest, the game gives you a choice. You can keep being the ruthless outlaw, but if you don't choose redemption, then buddy, Arthur's not the only one who needs saving. Let's be honest, sometimes Dutch comes up with plans so wild, even Arthur's like, what the hell are we doing? But still, Arthur sticks with him. He sticks with all of them. Why? Because this gang is all he has. It's his family. And for Arthur, loyalty isn't just about following orders. It's about protecting the people he cares about, even when things start falling apart. He feels responsible. He wants to keep them safe, keep them hidden from the law, hold things together when everything's cracking. Even when Dutch starts losing his mind, Arthur stays. Not because he agrees, but because he's loyal. And that loyalty, it's what eventually costs him everything. But he never walks away, not even at the end.
I gave you all I had. I did.
Everything we've talked about so far, the emotion, the depth, the transformation, none of it would hit the same without one crucial thing: Roger Clark's voice acting. He nailed it. There's no one else, not on this planet, not in any universe, who could have brought Arthur Morgan to life the way he did. Rockstar has always been smart about casting. They don't just chase big celebrity names. They find the right people. And Roger Clark, most of us had never even heard of him before Red Dead Redemption 2. But from the first line he speaks, you feel Arthur's pain, his strength, his doubt, and his growth. It's not just acting, it's storytelling through every word, every pause, every breath. And it's a big reason why Arthur's character stays with us long after the credits roll. Now, I know some of you might say there are plenty of games with great protagonists. What makes Arthur so special? And honestly, you're not wrong. But this is just my personal take. Red Dead Redemption 2 meant something to me, and Arthur Morgan, he's the reason why. This video isn't about proving he's the best by some official standard. It's just my way of saying how much I appreciated this character, this story, and this experience. It's rare to play a game that leaves this kind of impact, and for me, Arthur Morgan isn't just a great protagonist, he's the protagonist I'll always remember.